Director of the Center for European Studies at the University of Ghana, Professor Gyampo, is advocating for the immediate commencement of all reforms required to improve the country's electoral processes. At a lecture in Accra, he insisted all is not well with the country's electoral processes, despite a successful run of last year's general elections.
As free, fair, peaceful and transparent by civil society organizations, international observers and the Ghanaian citizenry at a lecture in Accra on the theme Dealing with the Basic Challenges of Elections in Ghana, Lessons from Europe. Professor Gyampo indicated the impression created in the minds of many democracy watchers all over the world that all is well with Ghana's democracy and electoral process is worrying. He is of the view implementing key proposals for electoral reforms should start now.
We should not sit down and wait till another election year to come before we would be hurrying through processes and pushing through reforms. The EC itself categorized, I think, the reforms into three different rubrics. One had to do with reforms that merely would require a change in administrative procedures of the Electoral Commission, reforms that requires change in legislations, the reforms that fall within the purview of other state institutions.
The head of the European Union Election Observers Mission for the 2016 elections, Tamás Mezerix, noted the national identification system could deal with some of the challenges associated with the electoral register.
It could take care of half of the problem very easily and very successfully. Once you have that, it would be quite easy to establish the positive part of the list. Deceased persons could be easier removed from the voter register.
He indicated the need for the state broadcaster to provide an even playing field for all political parties.
Election observation missions media monitoring found a very specifically overt bias by state-owned media in favor of the party and president then in power. We believe GBC should be reformed to ensure that it fulfills its obligations as a public service broadcaster. This comes with special responsibilities. A mechanism should be set up to ensure the independence of state-owned media and the regulatory mechanism introduced to guarantee impartiality and balance in state media, with special regard especially to the campaign period.